On DAZN pay-per-view, Jake Paul was set to fight a 58-year-old Mike Tyson on July 20th.
You know, I thought you were just going to say 58-year-old.
A 50, just don't even say the name. You know what I mean? No, but I'll be fair. 58-year-old Mike Tyson's still better than most 58-year-olds. But look, man. Yeah. Instead, Jake Paul facing a man. This is a true story. This is his youngest opponent to date. 32-year-old Mike Platinum Perry. 5-0 in the BKFC ring. Has not lost since he left the UC in 2020. Also picked up a win over Michael Seals in a hybrid boxing match. The Triad Combat. You remember Triad Combat? You remember that? Triller pay-per-view? You know, they had Metallica play an hour-long concert for some fucking reason. That was a terrible night. Anyways, give me your thoughts on this fight. Everybody seems to agree. It's actually not bad. Like, I've seen people who even hate Jake Paul. Yeah, even people who hate Jake Paul, it's hard not to give him credit for this.
Do we know how many rounds? How long?
8 rounds, cruiserweight fight.
Damn, they couldn't do 10, these cucks?
I know, right? What a fucking asshole. Fuck out of here, dude.
Just putting it out there.
Yeah, no, I agree, actually. Look, man, I'm happy to see it. Mike Perry he's had one professional boxing match. He lost to a club fighter back in 2015 whenever he was very young and, you know, before he got in the UC and all that stuff.
It's kind of crazy. He kind of gets to live out his dream now, right?
Kind of, yeah. Kind of gets to take on a big boxing match. And it's a fight that he's been calling for a long time.
But not even just that, but like get the whole boxing experience, like the walkout, everything. Like he got glimpses of that with everything else, even with bare knuckle and in the UFC.
Yeah.
But it's like now he gets to do the actual ring walk on a big stage. You know, there's going to be MMA fans there, be UFC fans, there's going to be bare knuckle fans, be influencer fans, aka Jake's fans.
Jake's fans, yeah.
So it's going to be a big deal. I think they're going to have a fucking like sick crowd.
Yeah. Well, and in his backyard of Florida, man. So
exactly too.
He is Florida man. So, you know, hype. Look, dude, it's yeah, man, I'm psyched for it, man. And especially a guy too. Like, I really feel like Mike Perry doesn't really get like the Mike Perry story is. I feel like it's not entirely told in the correct way. Like I said, he left the UFC. He was cut from the UFC. He lost like 4 of his last 5. Missed weight a couple of different times. His girlfriend was coaching him. I mean,
and that's not including like prior to that, like a lot of the personal issues he was going through with the Platinum Princess, and even after that, though.
Yeah, exactly, and some of the accusations and look, man, that some of that stuff is very, very bad. But look, I'll give a man credit for being
like what a bounce back, right?
Yeah, I mean, look, man, a guy like Mike Perry, he was headed down one or two routes. Really, it's either he was gonna end up fucking living and being a piece of shit until he inevitably dies after getting us fucking with the wrong person one day, you know what I mean? Because he was getting into street fights all the fucking time, even before he was in the UFC. And we had the accusations of abuse and all that shit. And it's just like he was on a very bad path to end up dead or in prison. Instead, he's here getting a multi-million-dollar boxing match because he got with Latore, Coach Latore. They have a couple kids now. They're very happy. He seems to have toned down a lot of his antics. And also became the face of a whole fucking fighting league in BKFC that's really turned out to be successful. And all that came after he was cut. So, look, man. Mike Perry, fucking good for you, bro. Good for you, man. I will say, I don't give him nearly as much of a chance to win as most people do. I think the short notice of it, I think the size differential. I mean, dude.
The boxing rule set.
I think is Mike Perry in MMA, BKFC, like, fuck off, dude. Like,
he's the greatest chance on planet Earth.
Yeah, he would kill him. But in boxing, 8 rounds when you're not a boxer and so on and so forth, he has that dog in him.
Can I be honest? I think it's going to go one or two ways. I think it's either going to be a Jake win, pretty normal Jake routine win, that, or it's to be a fucking war because of the guy who's in there.
Yeah. Well, I think it's going to be the latter because I don't think he'll win, but I think there's only one thing Mike Perry will do, and that's fucking march forward and wing bombs, dude.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I think it could be a war. I think if Mike tucks that chin, brings it to him, gains some respect in there himself, and Jake's willing to be the dance partner in there too, dude.
And willing to trade.
Yeah. We could have actually a pretty good matchup. But there's also the other side of the coin where it's like you named off all those
exact size difference.
Yeah.
The fact that he's not a boxer, the fact that
the timing of it.
The timing. And all those factors really.
Wait, weight class again?
Cruiserweight.
So what would that be?
200.
Oh shit.
200 pounds. So, and Jake was in the round 220, 230 already for the Mike fight. So it's like big size advantage in terms of weight too. Mike Perry, man, he's fighting 170. in the UFC. So it's
Mike's
like,
definitely gonna have the edge on cardio, right? There's no way he does.
oh yeah, I mean, well, Jake generally gasses. You know what I mean? From what we've seen,
But he's also like bounced around in weights and all that, and
yeah, it's kind of hard to get a read on the guy sometimes. So we'll see. But look, dude, I'm psyched for this one. Very excited for it, man. Look, I would love to see Mike Perry fucking knock that kid's block off, man. I'm putting all the.
Are you ready for all these comments, Josh? You don't know what you're talking about. You never seen Mike Perry fight,
bro. You don't know what Mike Tyson was like back in 1983, bro. You weren't there. It's like, yeah, dude, I was fucking.
Do you see what he did to Luke Rockhold? You knocked his teeth out.
It's like, yeah, dude, different rule set, bro. You know what I mean? Different rule set, different sport, man. You know what I mean? So it is. And dude, fucking Luke Rockhold towered over him. You know what I mean? Like he's been fighting a lot of these guys, and part of the reason why he's so impressed is he's fighting guys who are bigger than him, who they like. You know what I mean?
And a lot of times he's been the shorter guy. We also got to give him credit for that because even like a Mickey Gall, Tim Maines, like I said, Luke Rockhold. I'm trying to think who else off the top of my head. Even the Korean guy, this debut guy, I'm pretty sure he was taller than him.
Hung Yu Lim, Paul Felder, I think was bigger than him too.
Yeah, like a lot of the guys have been taller.
Cowboy.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's always been the shorter guy, so he's.
I think Luque too, right? Luque was tall. Didn't tower him, but he was
taller. Yeah. But look, man, I'm excited for it. The Zone pay-per-view, July 20th, man. I'm hyped.